Right, did you check your settings, by the way?
Just 1 second. Good evening, everybody, and welcome here at Interlagos, Brazil for the inaugural SA Race of Pace. And joining me tonight here for this event in the comms box is the guy with all the right moves and a voice that can make any radio DJ jealous. I welcome Mr. Savvy.
Oh, there we go. I just wanted to make sure if we had the right settings on, but obviously you do. So, yeah, welcome. If you are joining us, what an exciting evening it is evening. With lots of from previous leagues all joining together this evening, and obviously we're going to have a fantastic start time. Tonight, I see a lot of guys have their own cars and using the normal steps today, so that's an interesting one.
Just want to get the details as always here so that everybody can see who's on what tires and what's happening. Right, as you can see already, a couple of guys going out.
Yeah, some interesting color schemes this evening. I can see here on most of the drivers obviously setting up and coloring their own cars. Is that the format for this evening?
That's correct. It's all multiplayer cars and there's no teams. Everybody race for themselves. Not like your usual F1 setup that you're used to in the leagues, of course, where you drive for a specific manufacturer and, of course, the usual 2 cars per team. But a couple of these guys, of course, will, as you can see just there, some of them might actually have the same livery. Because obviously in one of the leagues we started with a multiplayer car season where as a team they had to design their own livery. So those guys probably will still have those liveries as well. Of course, this whole race of pace, it's pretty much champions, guys that's been performing always right here at the top. It's basically from a couple of different leagues we have here in South Africa. Of course, South African Online Academy, or the Academy Online Racing, of course Savvy's league there. Then there's Midweek Racing and of course TNB. So a couple of these guys obviously you would have seen before already.
Yeah, so a lot of the guys using obviously their own liveries, which I must say I'm quite impressed with some of them at the moment. I'm busy on Not Kimmy 7 at the moment.
Good evening, Judgy. I just see Judgy join us. Sorry for interrupting the Savvy. Just saying hi to Judge. He's actually watching.
Ah, cool. Well, there we go. Let's have a look at some of the times
big
coming
moment
up.
for Cowboy, losing the back end into the barrier's front wing off, but luckily that's only damage. It's just the front wing. He gets the car going again, so he will make his way back to the pit. Huge moment, but luckily just wing. It could have been worse so easily.
I'm just putting some of the on so I can see exactly what. So if we do have somebody going off, remember we're watching 2 different screens at the moment, so we'll have to keep our on our toes because obviously individuals going. But there we go. Look at there. Not Kimmy 7, 109.107 at the moment. So he set the pace, and there's still quite a number of individuals out there. My understanding is we're having 3 qualification sessions.
That's correct. It's qualifying indeed. And of course, top 15 will make it through to the next session. So the bottom 5 will be eliminated. So everybody will be out there trying to get a proper lap in.
Oh, I can see that. We're going to have some really exciting racing this evening. If you are joining, why don't you just also push it out to everybody else you know. Make sure we have quite a large crowd watching this evening. I mean, what else think better to do on a Sunday evening? Sure that there's lots of talent on show this evening, and I'm sure a lot of people would be interested in watching what's happening.
And I see Nismax actually went and changed his livery from Friday night event TNB. So he's sporting a livery specially for this event.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So is Boinkies 91. He also changed his livery. He didn't pitch up with the same livery, so he's going to have to change it again for when he returns to TNB next week. Kind of like the Brazilian colors there, the yellow and the green. So far the time to beat is a 109.1, but of course that is pretty much safe. I don't think anybody will really try to push that time, not at this stage, because that's what you want to do at Q3, but you need to make sure that you're there when Q3 comes. Last thing you want is to go out now and put it in the barrier and whole qualifying is over. But I think this time safe will be a low 110, so that will probably be the time that you need to be in if you want to make it through. So pretty much if we look at 10th place, Staff here 110.8. So a couple of guys already there in the 19s and a few in the 110. So yeah, it's going to be a battle here. And just under 11.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, that's Q1. 11 minutes and 20 odd seconds left.
Vincey, Chin, how's it? And Staffy just saying hi as well. Staffy, of course, watching the stream as well. He's one of those clever racers. While he races, he keeps an eye on the stream as well to see what the guys' strategies are. So, yeah, a couple of guys do it, but Staffy just somehow just do it better. And by the way, Staffy, weather report will be appreciated, please.
So I'm actually looking for the stream at the moment. What are we streaming it on?
Okay, it's streamed on Midweek Racing, and I just checked your WhatsApp as well. I did send you the link.
Cool. There we go. There it's live, Brazil. Video unavailable. Unfortunately, restriction mode enabled.
Okay, thanks, Steph. Just thanks for the reminder there. I didn't follow all of that, so Steph just confirming the lobby was set up with clear weather, so it's not going to be dynamic, so it should be clear qualifying and right to the end of the race. Just to level the play field pretty much for everybody. Yeah, Weza, same here. Marada and Dan. It's going to be a battle, that one. So a good couple of guys, like Savvy said. There's some talented drivers here tonight, so it's going to be a battle.
Humdinger. A humdinger.
Race of pace, that is definitely the name, because there's a lot of pace here tonight, I can tell you that. Gaff Peak with a 115, but of course that he will definitely improve on as we proceed. He also changes livery. Nice to see some of the guys putting in the effort, sporting special liveries for the event. Let's see what Gaff Peak does this time, and he goes second, 109.2. So that should be safe. Oh yeah, there we go. Support for Nismax already. Staffy, yeah, you're going to have to pray hard. Staffy saying there that he's going to have to pray for non-finishes with this full grid. Hello, RJ. Yeah, sorry, Nathan. Of course, Mackett was one of reserve drivers. Unfortunately, all 20 drivers made it, so there was no space for him. He was on standby should somebody actually not make it. But unfortunately, everybody pitched, so yeah, I can understand he is gutted. The last thing you want is to watch this, you want to be part of it. So there we go, Staffy now in 15th place with a 110.8. So as you can see, those high 110s is not a really safe place, because half of the guys, more than half of the guys that posted lap times already are in the 109s. There we go. Staffy just now in the drop zone. Vino currently in 15th place with a 1:10.6. Vino with invalid lap time, but he is going to come into the pits. Bright red livery here, like Ferrari. And Staffy's going out again. I see Staffy and SpringbokGamer, they still got their liveries, which they use there at TNB with the new season that started last Friday. Of course, if you look at that livery, you can't help but to get the feel of the Protea cricket team, the kit that they use when it comes to Pink Day. Of course, proudly South African. Dirk out there, 1:30, just like Gaff Peak, relatively slow first lap. Just pretty much just to get a feel for a track and then get going. Dirkster definitely has got the pace to be up there, and as I say that, there's a purple second sector. Dirkster coming around now. Start finish line coming up. And he puts it in 4th for now, a 1:09.3. That puts Vino also now in the drop zone. Just over 6 minutes to go. It sounds like my commentator friend is back.
Yeah, right. I'm just sort of trying to get my YouTube to actually work at the moment. For some reason, I can't see the chat.
Oh, no.
So it's just giving me a bit of restriction. So I'm going to be relying on you, Captain, just to give me some
no problem.
interesting feedback, if you don't mind.
We'll just talk about share the comments here with the guys.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, not Kimmy7. It's going to take me a while to get used to that name, because it is a name change, you know.
True.
But, I mean, I got myself into a bit of an embarrassing moment last week on on race number 9 for us. Race number 10 is actually tomorrow, the last race of the season, so we're going to be sort of heading into season 8. But anyway, let me not... half on about that, but I'm just looking at the top.
Maverick,
I would say
Maverick,
the top 10 there, and I mean, if you look at the times there, Captain, I mean, we're not talking huge gaps, really.
No.
I mean, 109s is the number to go for, not Maverick 96, which I think is somebody I know.
Yeah, it's indeed somebody you know.
Yeah, just looking after TNB for a long time. Started TNB, by
Correct.
the way.
Him and not Kimmy, the co-founders of TNB.
Yeah, so they're up there. So, and nice to see him racing this evening.
And funny enough, he's in 13th place where it just says not Maverick left the session, so I'm not sure if there's a connection issue there. But what I want to say is that from 1 to 3rd, actually now 14th, okay, not Maverick has joined, so he's managed to join again. But from 1 to 14, it's all in the 109. So if you want to be safe, you're going to have to go under 110.
Yeah, I see that Jose in a 15th position at the moment. Jose, he's 110.154, so he's got to look for something. Even SpringbokGamer at the moment in 16th
very
position.
Close.
They are very close, but they need that lap to get themselves up into the top 15.
Of course, Dirk in 20th did disconnect just before we started, but he did manage to reclaim his car. He is out on track by the looks of it. He's doing a lap now. See if he can actually get out of the drop zone.
Well, I'm on with Steph at the moment.
And there's a purple first sector for Dirk.
Oh, there we go. Jacques, where is he? There he is. He's it looks like he's in the zebra.
Yes, that's exactly.
He's in the zebra.
And his helmet also match.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, Judge, I agree with Judge. Judge is saying 108 and even lower for pole tonight. And that is definitely on. I mean, we got a 109.1 here, so it's definitely possible. And I see a lot of support here for Nismax. Nice to see. A couple of guys wishing Nismax luck. Not that he needs luck, but of course, yeah, you need just for that sake, just for everybody to keep it clean. So let's hope for a good race and that everybody keep it clean into the first corner. Last thing you want
he's
for
in
anybody to
seventh
go
position.
out. Yeah, and he is into 7th, so he's safe. He's out of the drop zone.
So he's safe. He's just pushed, obviously...
Striders out, yeah. That's it.
Yep. So we've got a yellow flag happening.
Well, two, actually, several sixes. Oh, Duke's still retired. Duke's still retired.
Okay.
But he's not at the bottom, so it looks like it's him selecting to retire rather than an actual retirement. So he says he felt he did enough, bring on the next session. You talk about Staffy, riding me with Staffy. I just want to get your opinion on that color scheme that you have on that livery. He and SpringbokGamer, of course, teammates with TNB this season, and that livery that they have this season.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's eye-catching. Let's put it that way. I mean, you can see the Springbok colors in there, that's for sure.
That's it, SpringbokGamer, you can definitely see, and of course, so if you look at that car, for me personally, if I look at that livery, it reminds me of the Protea kit on Pink Day.
Yeah, sure. I mean, especially...
Staff is a big cricket fan.
So is SpringbokGamer, you know.
Yeah, true. They brought it nicely together. But Staff
I don't know
is
what
coming
happened
into
there
the
to
pit.
Staff.
Yeah, he clipped the pit wall. We were riding on board here actually with him. He came in a bit too hot and just clipped the side of a pit wall as he came in. But he's in any way out.
He was probably trying to respond to our comment, you know. Driving, I mean, talk about multitasking. Yeah, talk about multitasking.
Staff, funny enough, Staff says, yeah, but he's crap. Not that 110.8 is a bad lap, but it's just with all these guys around, it's just, those guys are so much faster, so it's not that he's bad. And Staff is actually one of those consistent guys who can actually hang around. Last season at TNB, for a while, he actually had 2nd place. Ooh, you know, with a bit of a moment, but that can be lag. Not a truly for reflection.
Okay,
Nismax is in 15th place, so he's right on the border there. He would be hoping that nobody improve on their time so he can make it through. Of course, Dukester's done, a couple of guys in front is done. We got Raptor and not Maverick on track. But not Maverick is coming in, so he will not improve. He is in 12th place obviously at the moment, so that's enough. Raptor still out there. Yeah, it's pretty much only Raptor, but he's already out there, so Nismax is safe. Because Striders is on the pits, SpringbokGamer is in the pits, Vino and Cowboy's done, and Staff is also in the pits. Now, Staff, last place is not a bad place. I've seen guys actually winning races from last place. That's actually a safe place because with this amount of cars, that first corner can be tricky. So I would not count yourself out as yet. And of course, some of the guys, like I see Ronald said, they fast in one lappers, but when it comes to a long race, they don't have the same ability. It's like they lose interest. So you never know what happens. And slight errors, car's gone, you retire. Yeah, so it's still all to play for. Not Fernando actually went 10th for 109.4. Good time there from Not Fernando. Also one of our co-commentators when he's not racing. Of course, I had his birthday yesterday, so happy belated birthday there, Not Fernando. So let's hope we have a good race tonight. Belated birthday present.
Oh, there we go. Jonathan's birthday. Happy birthday. When was it? Yesterday?
That's correct.
Oh, happy birthday there, Jonathan. May you have many, many more.
Let's just get the details again so that everybody can see what's happening. Yeah, so a lot of times, so here we go, just confirmation of our top 15 who made it through. Q2 is underway and a couple of engines being fired up, so a couple of guys are already on their way out. Now the action is really going to happen. Of course, another 5 cars will be eliminated after this session. Top 10 will go through to the pole shootout. Pretty much so far strategies look the same. Nobody's going to go try anything fancy. I'm surprised not even Quentin there. So far looks like he's actually in the same strategy as these guys. Of course, still early days. Dirk's on his way out. Kimi is on his outlap, so is not Sebastian. And of course, not Fernando, still in the pits. Not Maverick, of course, we have a car. He's just way behind, not Sebastian. You can see the liveries are the same. Of course, that's the liveries they're sporting for Friday nights for TNB. Steph, I think you need more than your driving gloves, but okay, whatever is going to help you. Steph is just saying that he needs his driving gloves for this race. Okay, looking at the on-screen picture and at the lap time display in the top corner, and then look left, what is showing for tires, it's not exactly matching up. So I just want to quickly check something. Okay, there we go.
So yeah, Gav Pig on softs. Obviously, I think it's Matter.
Let's do that rather so we can see. There we go.
And he's on mediums. We've got Conang on mediums. We've got TV, which is Foss, I think. He's on super softs.
Yeah, Raptor definitely.
Duckster, he's on super softs. No, he's on mediums. Nor
So
Raider, he's on
also
mediums.
correct. And Matt does a 1092 on mediums.
Nicely done. Oh, somebody off the track there. Gav Pig, I think it is. Yep, yes. Gav Pig off the track.
Just getting out of the way of a faster car, of course. So he's just gonna.
So we've got Con in the pits.
Into the pits. He's diving back into the pits.
Yeah. Okay, there's Kimi, not Kimi. He's done a 109.089. So he's actually bettered the previous quali time now.
Yes. He's slightly up on his. Well, he was the fastest in Q1, so he's slightly improved on that time. Because he's on the softer tyre compared to Matt.
Now, what I was told is these cars, and I don't know how true this is, perform slightly different to those we're using in the normal racing with the official F1 cars. So that's what I hear.
Some of the guys say, some of the guys do say that the handling is different, understeer, oversteer. For me personally, I don't really feel that much different. But then again, who am I? I don't race as much as these guys. If they say it's different, I will believe him because they do this often. But it's still, if you used to F2, the multiplayer car is actually a bit easier because the F2, from an F1 to F2, the handling is something completely different. Then going into a multiplayer car, I think it's a walk in the park. Because last season at TNB we did a 50% F1 race and a 50% F2 race all in one night. So those guys got used to the F2, and I think that's what's helping with a multiplayer car as well, just to change that mindset. Because a lot of guys were saying, no, I don't want to do multiplayer car, but now these guys are open to it.
Yeah, I mean, and also, you know, it's, in my opinion, it gives sort of your own identification out there, and you know, it's almost like building a brand, if I could put it that way, you know.
And yet, if you look at it, multiplayer cars is also on F1 specs, and that's exactly what Staffy said there in the comments as well. So it is definitely a lot. Even a guy saying that it's actually built, and it's very similar to a Ferrari. And not Sebastian goes faster, so he breaks into the 108, 108.9.
Yeah, Muna goes into the 108, which I thought was going to be. I think actually Fricky threw it out there.
Yeah, the judge said 108
would be there.
Definitely, low 108.
And I think there it is, you know, just to prove that Fricky does have some knowledge about this racing.
Yeah.
I just want to say I miss you at the South African Academy Online Racing, my friend.
I'm actually privileged. He actually made a comeback on Friday at TNB. It was nice seeing the judge again. As always, Mr. Consistent.
That's good, because you shouldn't be out of the car for too long, the good man. I'm just going into my YouTube settings just to see if I can now watch. I'm changing. It tells me that I've got some restrictions on. That's why it won't allow me to. Yeah, my channel is kid friendly, so any swearing or anything comes off. You see.
That's a responsible parent, be right there.
There we go.
And I see Quentin also sporting a special livery for tonight. He changed these as well. Nice to see some of the guys putting in their effort and also showing all their creativity.
Yeah, there we go.
Currently in the drop zone is Gaffby, Connor Young, Raptor, Quentin and not Fernando, but of course none of them are posted laps as yet. But looking at Duke's event 10 at 109.9, I don't think that's a safe lap. He's coming into the pits. The last lap is invalidated. Gaffby is also coming back into the pits. Connor Young coming around now. Start finish line coming up. But he is officially on a hot lap. See what
I'm on Boinkies at the moment and he's crawling up the hill. I don't know what actually happened there.
I was just about to get onto that. Yeah, looks like he's got some problems. Or not. Just try to get out of the way. Oh yeah, he retired. Boinkies retired.
Boinkies retiring there. I think he's sort of... I'm comfortable with the 109. Just looking there, we've got Connor, we've got Quentin there as well. Not Fernando. He's also hasn't put on a time as yet. I'm on board with Connor Young at the moment, just to see where
he just started his lap. I'm on board here with not Fernando, but it's an invalidated lap.
Okay, so I'm just looking at Connor at the moment. For the that are looking at the stream, obviously we're watching two different footage at the moment. As he comes through, he's going to come through on start finish now, and he puts him up into position. So he's done a 109.788.
I'm on board here with Quentin, purple second sector. He's coming up the hill now. DRS wide open, start finish line coming up, and let's see what he can do. Quentin puts it in fourth, but he is obviously on the harder tire, 109.2 on the mediums.
Not bad at all. Dan is one of our previous winners on the South African Academy Online Racing, and actually sitting in 7th position at the moment. So there's a couple. Nez Max, also a former winner at the South African Academy Online Racing.
And actually a TNB as well.
Yep. And then Not Maverick. Obviously,
also a winner.
Is also a winner.
And so, both.
Yeah. So there you go.
Of course, if we say winner, we talk about champions, guys who actually won the overall league. for a season or more than one.
And then Nor Raider is actually, he's now winning, well, he's actually won this season, season 7 for us. So he's also up in 9th position at the moment. So some talented drivers.
I see Weza just asking there why retired, especially Boinkies. And Boinkies came back and just confirming what we said, some sort of problem with his car. He says his car just didn't want to move up that hill.
Okay, somebody's just cracked a first sector at the moment, and I think it's actually the man I'm with at the moment. It's Lachransi.
Yeah, purple second sector as well. Let's see what he does. Come start finish line and 7th.
Puts himself up into 7th position, but so 109.328 there. 109.
Quite a mixed strategy again. A lot of guys actually deciding to go different, starting on the medium tires.
Just ask Boinkies, did he make sure he had enough fuel in the car?
Yeah, Boinkies, I know you're listening. and Vijay as well, engage pit limiter, you never know. Anything can happen. And Dukester goes fastest, 108. Couple of guys actually changing those mediums onto soft. Gonna have a go on the softer tire.
Remember, whatever they do the fastest on, that's what they will start on. So
correct.
You know, a lot of individuals are probably banking on saying, okay, well, look, you know, I'm in the top 10. When we get to the next round, then I'll put on the different sheets to see how they go.
This is just what they want to start on.
Now will it let me? Oh, jeez.
Gafbik still don't have a lap posted. Boinkies is definitely out. He's eliminated from Q2. And the drop zone at the moment is Connie Young, Fernando, Noah Raider, and Gafbik.
Now maybe what I should do, I'm just going to change over to another channel of mine, and then maybe that will allow me to view what I want to view.
Dukester coming into the pits, Noah Raider starts a hot lap. Just under 2.5 minutes to go in Q2.
Yeah, running out of time, guys. Running out of time they are.
Gafbik is out. Sporting a livery there to remind you of Renault. It's like a Renault version of a black and yellow. Green gloves, like a ready suit and a blue helmet, all mixed. Multiplayer car, multicolor guy. Piki showing off his colors. And Matt goes fastest now, 108.5. So we got 3 guys in front already in the 108, and we breaking into the mid 108. So Judgy, your prediction is looking more and more likely. And Fast Raptor retired, he's in 10th. I can't say he's entirely safe. Gaffy comes around to start the fast lap now. Connie Young is in the pits. I don't think he's going to get out there. No, he's not going to be able to get out in time. He's not going to be able to get out in time. If he goes out now, he will not come around to start a hot lap in time. So it's safe to say Connie Young is also out. Boinkies and Connie Young and Raptor is also now in the drop zone, and he did retire already. So Raptor, Connie Young and Boinkies. Whoever in there at the moment is not Fernando and Gafbik. Not Fernando, not going very fast, and he's got an invalidated lap time. But he will have enough time to start another hot lap. That's if he's got enough fuel. And not Fernando is definitely going to have one last go. Gafbik comes around now, climbing the hill. DRS will pop open. Start finish line come up, and Gafbik does 13th, 109.5. but he's on the medium tyre. He's going to stick to that strategy, harder tyre. So gap pick is been pretty much, yeah, now looking at that, there's definitely not going to be any improvement. So gap pick, Connor Young, Boinkies, and by the looks of it, not Fernando and Connor Young. They're all, those guys, Raptor, I mean, is all eliminated.
So now the top dogs fight for the top position now, and we're going to see how that goes down this evening.
Not Fernando coming around now, and he's actually going to finish his lap. And he actually
puts him
goes
up into 11th. Oh, so close.
Look at that gap here between Jock and not Fernando. 200. 200.
Unfortunately.
Yo. That's close. That's very close. But even there, look at the gap between Jock and Nismax. 1,000. 1,000 of a second. And that's pretty much what we're going to see in Q3. Gaff Pick in the pits. We're just waiting for Gaff Pick to retire. I think that's the only guy left. Everyone else got the checkered flag or grayed out. We're just waiting for Gaff Pick to retire. There we go. And Strider has joined, and just confirmation of how they east. Of course, that's our top 10 who's going to go for the pole shootout. That's Matter, Dukester, Noah Raider, not Sebastian, not Kimi, not Maverick, Quentin, Dan, Nismax, and Jock. There's a lot of nots there, and all three there right with each other. Of course, the other not there, not Fernando, he just missed out there.
Yeah, so there we go. The sort of second quali done. And you can see those 108s now starting to pop up quite frequently. So let's have a look what's going to happen in the last session, quali 3.
No, Judgy, we did say your initial predicament is definitely on the card. They're moving closer and closer to that time. Of course, everybody will be now on soft tires. No one will hang around on mediums.
Just moving around.
Here we go. Guys are very eager to get out.
Yeah, they want to either get out on the top of everybody else because they don't want any nonsense, and they've got such little time to get that time in without
Q3
too
is
much
just 12
traffic on the
minutes.
track.
Duke's still in the pits. Jock in the pits. No, he's also coming out now. Out as well, so it's only Dukester that's still in the pits. Everyone else is on track.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everybody there wants to make sure that they are on top of their game.
Definitely.
And making sure they can put on the quickest time. Who's going to be the first guy to set up the time there? That's the question.
Quentin is the first car out, so he's pretty much leading. Good gap between him and not Maverick. Right, Quentin is on his hard lap, so he's not Kimi, Noah Raider. Dukester still choosing the pit. Dan with a purple first sector.
Okay, so now I change to my phone and everything works, but not on my PC.
Because the
That's
PC
great
is,
stuff.
because the PC is available to the kids, the phone is not. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you definitely viewing. I can.
Yeah, I'm going to turn it down now. I just wanted to see if it's working. Yeah.
At
There we
least
go,
you now
it's
can also
now.
see the comments. That's nice. Now, of course, the judge probably think you're ignoring him because he said hi to you earlier.
Who was saying hi? I didn't see that.
The judge.
Oh no, sorry about that, man. Yeah,
And
as I
not
said,
Kimmy puts up a pace there 1087, so already onto on the money there with a 108. Nesmax coming around now as well. Nesmax 7th at the moment, a 109.7.
do we expect them to go faster, guys?
Yeah,
That's the question. I mean,
definitely.
I reckon we're going to have probably in the low 108s, to be honest.
Dirk at the 108.98 and Matt with a 108.97. Of course, we're not Kimmy 108.7, so top 3 is in the 108s already. Dirkster still not moving.
Yeah, but I'm talking on the hundredths of a second there. I'm looking to see that drop down. Probably, I mean, not 7 had a 108.098, I think, at the last rounds. He's pitting now at the moment, and he's actually top dog. So he's set the mark now. Let's see what the others can do. Maybe, guys, you can tell us, is it laggy or is it okay, the connection? I mean, I think we're using Jonathan's line at the moment. And I mean,
no, Nesmax is hosting this one because a couple of guys couldn't join for some strange reason, because with Jonathan hosting they can't join.
Oh, okay.
Something we're trying to figure out, because I even did a test host earlier and a couple of guys also couldn't join, so I'm not sure if it's some sort of setting or something is preventing them, but yeah, something that needs to be figured out.
Okay, so it's actually Nesmax then, huh?
Yeah, Nesmax is hosting. Okay, tough one. Quentin is saying not Maverick is lagging, but yeah, I didn't see much of that yet. We're not on track, so we can't comment.
Yeah, we can switch over. I mean, it could be different for us, but
he did.
I think
he was skeptical this morning. It for a moment looked like he did say he looks like he's going to be out, but his connection came back. So yeah, okay. And of course with his whole cable down last week and stuff. So yeah, a lot of guys had a bad week with internet, and of course a lot of people online now with a lockdown, so a lot of internet traffic. Still no change up front. Dirkster is out. Dan is on his way out as well. He came in, he didn't finish his lap when he went out initially. And Dirkster already purple for the sector.
Disconnected.
Oh, no, Savvy has left the session. My co-commentator left the session.
Gonna try get back in.
And that's the weird part. It's actually a guy that's got one of the best, you probably have the best internet speed and stuff amongst us, and that happens. So it doesn't mean that you got a solid internet connection that you're safe, because there's a lot of factors that contribute towards this.
That was the commentator's curse, eh?
You called it.
On oneself, eh?
You jinxed yourself. You wanted to know about laggy. And Dirkster goes, wow, wow, wow. If you look at that gap, that's pretty much, wow. Give me a 108.767 with Dirkster 108.771. That's 0.004. 4 thousandths. but he did he invalidated his lap immediately after, so he's not going to push in this lap any further. Might hold back a bit, save some fuel, some tires, and or maybe even if he can come around quick enough, he can dive into the pits and then get out with one hot lap. Just under 4.5 minutes to go. Dan still also to post a lap.
Yeah, sneaky Dan. You got to watch out.
Nesmax is hosting and I'm streaming. Joint effort. Dan with a purple second sector. Coming around now. Making that last bit of corner as straight as possible. And Dan puts it in provisional pole, 108.6.
That's why I said, don't worry about Dan.
Sneaky Dan, you called it.
Sneaky Dan.
Sneaking it through here at the end. See, and Nismax had the same idea with Grey in the liveries tonight. And I just want to say thank you to all for watching. Thank you for the support. Nice to see everybody turning out, and thank you so much for participating in the chat. Always nice to hear from you guys. Ask Savvy, especially if you do this alone. You kind of get lonely in the commentary box. Nice to actually chat with you guys. Even if you can't talk over the stream, at least we can still see your comments there, and thank you for that. Staffy just saying there, it looks like Dan got a lucky toe from somebody. Right, and Dukester goes fastest now, 108.2. There's the judge's prediction, a low 108. You called it, Mr. Judgment. There we have it. It's going to take some special doing to beat that lap. Not Kimi out. Not Sebastian's also on the out lap. It's actually sad to see that 109.7, which is fast.
Quite a bit,
109.7, which is fast under any normal circumstances, not being enough. Wow. You don't see that every day.
2 minutes left in
and
quali 3.
Retired. He's not going to participate any further. 2 yellow flag sections there. Because one is that Jark retiring on track. Yeah, that's also well spotted there, Weza.
I'm on board with Nesmax now. He's on an outer lap. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, not Maverick also out again. ILRT Matter as well. Quentin in the pits, if he wants to put in another lap, he's going to have to get a move on. Looks like he's not going out again because, or is he? But there's not enough time. Whoever's going out now is actually, there's not going to be enough time to come around. Because you need to make it around. Looks like Noir Raider's on his way out. But it's less than a minute to make it around the track to be able, because you need to start that hot lap before the checkered flag comes out, and he's not going to have enough time. Riding on board here a bit was not me. So Quentin definitely not coming out again. Noir Radio, as we already said, will not have enough time to make it around. Trying to see who Jukester comes into the pit. He's obviously happy he didn't stay out.
Right, there it is.
Not
Some of the
Maverick
guys
coming
just
up,
trying to squeeze in that
uphill.
last lap.
Not sure what narrator is thinking, but he's now jeopardizing not Maverick's lap there, because he did run out of time. I'm not sure why did he go out, because there was never enough time to make it around. So he went out there, and in the end he just got in front of not Maverick, who couldn't get a clear run to the start finish line. Nismax managed to jump narrator. He's in 9th. Not Sebastian still out there. Not Kimi brought it in 5th. ILRT Matt went 2nd. Not Sebastian now goes 5th. Dan comes around. And Dan goes 3rd. So Dukester, Matt and Dan. That's the top 3. Oh well, Noah went out, but he went out right at the end with not enough time. Not sure if he got caught out or what happened there. Anyway, our top 3 there, as I said, Dukester, Matt and Dan. The rest of the top 10 were made up with Jark in 4th, not Sebastian 5th, not Kimi 6th, Quentin 7th, not Maverick 8th, in 9th, and Noah Raider in 10th. So we saw pretty much what the guys are up to, the pace that they're on. So we're going to have a very fast race.
That we are.
Of course, it's just to make it to that first corner. Because with 20 cars on the grid, that first corner is always tricky. You never ever have a race been won into the first corner. But so often was a race lost into the first corner. So let's just hope everybody keep their cool and don't go in there too hot. Just waiting for everybody to finalize their strategies for the race. Of course, as soon as the first person is ready, we will see the countdown of 30 seconds for everybody to get ready. Of course, if everybody readied up, all the 30 seconds is counted down. Whichever comes first, then we will be on our way. There we go. Not Maverick, Chalk ready. Ten seconds to go, and we will be on the grid. Just formation lap, of course. There you can just see the tires everybody starting on. %50 race distance, so that will be 36 laps. And we have all 20 cars still with us. Raptor with white livery, something completely different. Also a guy that's decided to go different, not sporting his usual, well, his new multiplayer car livery for his current season. White car, reminds me of an old Ford, the Stewart Ford back in the day, or even the BAR without any sponsors. But more that Ford, the Stewart Ford, because those liveries were white back in the day. Right, just waiting for everybody to come around and line up again, just with the grid reforming, and then we will be on our way. Staffy, of course, just making up the end there. But as I said earlier, last place is not necessarily the worst place. It's been proven many a times before. Right, and the last cars are on the grid. There we go. Watch for 5 red lights, and then once all the lights go out, we will be racing. And we are racing! Matter with a solid getaway. Dukes the drive-through penalty for a jump start. Not the start he wanted. Matt in front into the first corner there. Not Sebastian, also with a brilliant start up to second. Remember, he qualified in 5th. Already yellow flag, a couple of guys. Dan dropping down. Dan in last place there. He went off. Spun around probably, hence he fell back so far. Matt leading Not Sebastian. Jack is right there with Not Sebastian. Followed by Not Gimme and Not Maverick. And Nismax also with a brilliant start from 9th into 6th.
And we have somebody out the race. It looks like SpringbokGamer. No, it's Vino for real.
Vino's out. Vino, there's our first casualty. Virtual safety car out as a result, so that was some sort of collision there. Not sure with who, but yeah. That will actually play a little bit in Dan's hands, because Dan did close the gap. He's right on the back of SpringbokGamer. SpringbokGamer did actually lose a couple of places. So Nismax gained 2 places, Not Sebastian gained 3 places. Not Kimmy as well as Not Maverick also. Those guys. And Connie Young, don't leave out Connie Young, also with a massive start there. There we go, just to show you how many positions gained. Connie Young 7, Not Sebastian 3. Of course, Strider, sir, he's gained 5 places, so there's your biggest climbers. Biggest loser is Dukester and Dan. Dukester and Boinki's already in the pits on the start of lap 2. Which could only be as a result of some damage here, front wing. And Dan is putting SpringbokGamer under real pressure now. Both on the same tyre. Nice racing there for SpringbokGamer, just defending his line, making life difficult for Dan. Dan's going to have to look at a different place to overtake. Those top 3 times there, don't pay too much attention to that interval time, that is not correct. Just wait for everybody to come around another time just for that to sort itself out after that virtual safety car. I can promise you the gap in front is definitely not a minute, because that actually 1 minute 14, that's a lap. And Matt goes fastest, obviously first car to cross the start finish line. And he did a 1:12. There we go, just confirmation now, the gaps are actually coming up. Oh, and Dukester is out. We lost Dukester. Just going into the final sector, Dukester retired. Nismax down to 8th. Narrator into 7th. Dan still battling to get past SpringbokGamer. So 2 retirements already. Virtual safety car again, so no passing, no overtaking allowed. So Dan will have to be a little bit more patient for longer. Gaff picking to 11th, Raptor in 10th, last points paying position of course. Quentin running in 9th, there's Nismax. Jack, the front runner of those medium tyres, he's in 4th. Not Kim in front of him. Chasing Not Sebastian. And Not Maverick making a move on Jack as well as Connie Young. Connie Young's not going to have a look at Not Maverick. Trying to squish him there, riding on the grass, but not Maverick's got DRS. Not sure what Connie was thinking there. There was never enough space. Luckily he bailed out quick enough. Could have been catastrophic if he stayed there. Oh, there we go, my fellow commentator leaving the session again.
Yeah, I'm just having major problems, guys, at the moment. Internet is not good from my side, I don't know. Unfortunately, I mean, I don't know what's going on. Every time I connect, I just keep on getting kicked out.
And Matt now with a 111.8. Not Kimi goes fast as a 111.5. Definitely the guy in the move, pulling away from not Maverick, chasing not Sebastian. At the moment, second, third and fourth place are being occupied by a Not. Not Sebastian, not Kimi and not Maverick. Not Sebastian keeping in touch with Matter. Gap is stabilized at 3 seconds. Because these guys want to make use of these soft tires because it's not going to last that long. Those guys with the mediums will have a much longer run. So they need to move away from those guys if they really want to make these soft tires work. While they get the maximum out of it, push, push, push and build a gap. Oh, Noir Raider has retired. We lost Noir Raider, third retirement. And we're on lap 5 and that one brought out a full safety car. Lap 5 and we already had 2 virtual safety cars and now a full safety car. That will actually bunch them all up again. Oh, and a drive-through penalty for speeding in the pit lane for Gavpeak. Obviously he dived into the pits when he saw the safety car. There we go. And we have Connie Young also coming into the pit.
So just looking at Matt, he's now pulled up in the safety car now. See everybody at the moment, not Sebastian 303. Muna, he's pulling up as well to come up and settle down behind the safety car as well. Not Kimi 7. He's also now in that position as well as De Vet. That's not Maverick. He's just pulled in now. So they're all bunching up at the moment. Is it, what's Mr. Lachranzi's first name? Jacques, is it?
That's correct, in 5th place.
Yeah, so he's come up in 5th at the moment. Nesmax in 6th. And then Foss in the white car. He didn't get the any sponsorship for this race, probably. But anyway, he's up now in 7th. And it looks as though Jose's up into 8th position, pulling behind a long track of individuals at the moment. Cowboy 33, ZA, he's now pulling up into 9th. Dan is up into 10th now, so he's picked himself up there. And here we go on now with Staff. Staff looking at himself coming up there as well. Moving on to SpringbokGamer, don't get confused, they are teammates. And then Connor Young, 232, he's up to 13th. Quinton up into 14th. Boyke up into 5th. Gav in 16th. Number 17 is that's Jonathan coming through start at the moment. So yeah, there we go. So let's go and see where we are on the grid at the moment. There we go. 30 ZA into the pit settlement. He's taking the opportunity while he can. And let's jump back up to our number 1 position at the moment. And 7 laps done of this 36 lap race. And we're on board looking at the safety car just in front there. I must say, keeping the tires warm. What is about now? Time management as well, making sure that you don't go into anybody. As you can see, the long lineup of these cars backed up behind it. It looks like Johannesburg Highway packed up due to some tragic that's happened on the freeway at the moment. And these cars want to get, you can see the aggression in these motor vehicles wanting to get out there and race, but unfortunately hindered by the safety car at the moment, which is holding them down.
And these cars, of course, don't love slow speed. They need to drive at full speed to perform.
Yeah, to get themselves going and get themselves really quick. That's what they need to be doing. So, yeah, pretty
Safety car
surprised.
in this lap, and just to confirm, just to remind everybody, from 12th place to 17th place, all has stopped under the safety car. Pretty much from 1 to 11 did not stop. That's the tires they started on. So yeah, some interesting time. Okay, just riding with Matt. Punched up the pack, and there we go. He's back up to speed. We are back to racing conditions. The guys can overtake again. Green flag. Not Sebastian trying to stay there with Matt Verstappen, followed with not Kimi. They getting away actually from the rest of the pack. Not Maverick, already a second down on them. Like I said earlier, top 4 all on soft tires, so they want to push and build a gap because they want to make the most out of a softer tire, which is the faster tire, but it doesn't last that long compared to the medium. And of course, Dirk in 5th is the front runners of a medium. Nismax would want to get past him ASAP so that he can make his softs work for him. But it will be another 2 laps before DRS open up again. Guys with the back, Cowboy running on the hard tires. Definitely going to run a very long stint here if all works out. Say if all works out, we saw it many a times before where the guys go for the hardest possible tire just to come in a lap or 2 later where they lose too much time or picking up damage along the line. So you need that strategy to work because you need to be patient, play the long game. But last thing you want is to come in for a wing replacement. Not Sebastian just staying there in DRS range with Matter, and so is Kimi with not Sebastian. Not Maverick hanging on. Second, 1.5 seconds now, but not really opened up that much. So these guys still staying there, and actually Jock also in range with him. Nesmax. So yeah, so a couple of guys were staying in DRS range from the guy in front. So they just waiting for the to be available again. It just makes it so much easier for the overtake. And Matt comes around to complete lap 9, so we're starting lap 10, and at the bottom DRS has now been enabled. There we go, just confirmation that some of the guys already have DRS open. And we got another yellow flag. It looks like it's Cowboy. Cowboy running at the back. Lost some time and all of a sudden the front runners are closing in on him. He was just behind that, in that whole line of cars. And now, by the looks of it, it's going to be a couple of laps when he will be lapped. Not sure if he sustained any damage there. Looks like the front wing is still intact and he's not coming into the pit, so all good for now. Just lost some valuable time. Not Sebastian, just outside DRS, and so is not Kimi. That's Max in DRS range here with Dirk. Gaining, got the toe. DRS is wide open, it's helping, diving onto the inside. First corner coming up, and Nismax is up into 5th. Getting on with it now, going to chase down not Maverick. Oh, 3-second time penalty for Nismax and Raptor. Just taking a little bit too much of a corner. Dirk is coming back at Nismax. Nismax keeping his line, both guys driving fair and clean, leaving each other enough space. Nice to see. Nismax with a better line here this time. He managed to keep it on the inside and he will now for sure stay in 5th. But Dirk next time round will have a DRS. Raptor now also within DRS range from Jock. But of course, if both have DRS, it's not going to help Raptor, because the advantage he have will be countered when Jock open up his rear wing to try to make a move on this max. Just pulling back, DRS wide open, but he's just too far back. And there we go, not Maverick now with a 3-second time penalty as well. Guys just taking a little too much of apex. There we go, you can just see the white car of Raptor coming onto the black and white car there of Jock. Jock still sticking there with Nismac. Both already done 11 laps on the tyres. Oh, and Stridus is out. We lost yet another driver. And safety car's out again. Here we go, second safety car. And that gap that opened up in front will be gone again. Wonder some of the front runners will actually, because probably because they're that much closer to the pit stop windows. And drive-through penalty for SpringbokGamer speeding under the safety car. One of those weird type of glitches in this game. Matt is into the pits, not Sebastian's into the pits, not also into the pits, not Maverick into the pits. Sure, yeah, and this Max is definitely coming in. Jark's also coming in, so all top 6 is coming in. Dan staying out. He's going to go another lap on those mediums at least. And this is where Quinton, because he had an early stop under the previous safety car, but now already 7 laps on those mediums. Matt went for the hard tyres, so he wants to push this to the end. Not Fernando up to 5th now there with the mediums. Quinton a 5-second penalty exceeding track limits. Not Sebastian, not Kimi. Boinky is now in the mix with 11 laps, so he's going to have to pit soon again. Not Maverick, so those 3 not still staying close to each other. Nismax behind them. Jark on the hard tyre. He's going to be slower than them, but in theory he should be able to go to the end. 23 laps remaining after this lap, so it's definitely possible. Raptor also chose for hard tyres, so he and Jark will pretty much stay with one another there. Conor Young at the back. Conor Young stopped again, he's back on softs. Staffy is on softs. Gav Peak for a fresh set of mediums. He's not staying on the hard tyres, so the hard tyres is not working for him. Cowboy coming out of the pits, looks like he stayed with the hard tyres.
Yeah, so definitely guys looking to see the sort of compounds, and now the strategy just keeps on changing and changing. Every time that car comes out, that safety car comes out, definitely going to be some changes being made to the format as well as what to be driving. Yeah, and they've still got to be careful out there because, oh, there we go. You see, Fernando's got a 5-second penalty. He's got a severe collision that's just happened. So, you know, we got all of these guys have just got to watch what they're doing out there. Keep those cars intact.
Just keep it cool because a lot of penalties in the last couple of laps. So, guys just need to stay focused and stay calm.
Yeah, and I mean, this is where it's all going to go down now. Dan has gone up into first position. He's individual. I'm just having a look at those tires, mediums. They are, let me just have a quick look at sort of details on how many laps. So he's done 13 laps on those mediums.
So did SpringbokGamer also on his mediums.
Yeah, so 15 laps and you're looking for trouble. So let's see. He's got 2 laps. And then he's got to obviously make a decision. I have seen guys do around about 17 laps on those mediums, and that does create a huge problem. But you can see the bottom half there, sort of from not Maverick. They've gone in under the safety car, made sure they've got those changes done. and now. Those hard compound tires, I see a few guys have got them on. Now they take a long time to warm up and also give ultimate performance. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one to see what happens now.
But I expect Dan and SpringbokGamer, even Boinkies, to put and not to the distant future.
Yeah, the problem is if they pit now, they're going back to the back of the grid.
Correct, because these guys are now so close. So I'm surprised that they didn't actually take the opportunity to pit as well, because now with the whole grid so tightly packed, you're actually going to lose several places if you dive into the pits now. And of course, you're talking about the hard tires. Gap Peak changed back to medium, so he was not happy with the hards. So it doesn't mean that the harder tire is actually the better tire.
Not at all. I mean, in this particular situation, remember, I think they've also got the surface area working as well. And those tires take a heck of a long time to get up to performance. And that's probably why you saw that switch back. Your handling as well is not as good in the beginning of that session with those hard tires. You've got to warm them up, you got to work them in, and then they start performing, and they perform sort of 7 laps in. So that's why, you know, most of the guys you'll see, I personally don't like the hard compound tires. I don't think they're
safety car in this lap. Danny's backing up the guys. Safety cars coming in.
So there you go. Now they're holding back. Dan's being a little bit sneaky, because he's giving himself some distance.
SpringbokGamer now with a penalty for collision there with Quinton. And looks like, yeah, Dan has put it down. Dan and Quinton. Quinton saw his move. Quinton is staying with him, and those two already some distance away from the rest of the guys. Matt are trying to make a move on SpringbokGamer. You would not want to be kept behind Springbok for too long. Quinton right on the back of Dan. He's not letting Dan get away. Oh, not Fernando losing places. He's right at the back. Not the first time tonight we saw a car losing places in that sequence of corners out of a first corner. Matt managed to get past SpringbokGamer. Luckily, there wasn't hold up too long. Now, not Sebastian would want to get past. He wants to stay intact with Matt. These guys are on completely different strategies compared to SpringbokGamer. Quinton still hanging on there to Dan.
Definitely some guys looking to make now a difference, and obviously 15 laps. Dan is on 15 laps on those tires at the moment, so let's see what happens. Does he go in or does he stay out? That's the question as we see him coming up the hill.
He stays out.
He definitely stays out, so yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. He's just done 16 laps on those tires. Quinton's done 11. So let's have a look. That's first and second there. Obviously the big advantage coming right behind them.
And Nesmax has pitted again. He did pit under the safety car, and I see Staffy also into the pits. Not happy with tires, but Nesmax got front wing damage.
Yeah, let's pop down there quickly.
Yeah, he's on his way again. Just shows you how quick this can change. One moment you're in front, next moment you're at the back. Now Dan is actually managing to get some daylight between him and Quinton, making all the medium tires work for him.
So we are halfway-ish, if I could put it that way. Almost. 17 laps done.
1 lap in, we will be halfway.
That's why I said we're halfway-ish. You know, give me a break, give me a break.
I do.
There we go. 18 is halfway officially. That's why I said. But still, I think Nesmax in 16th position at the moment. He's put on the mediums.
Doesn't mean it's over. He can actually do. I mean, there's Dan already 17 laps. And that's pretty much what Nesmax will have to do on those set of tires. And it's possible. And one nice thing about the mediums, and I would prefer the mediums any day rather than the hard. Because the medium, You can, it's there initially, when it's like it goes away but it comes back later. And I saw it several times with these guys as well, and I saw it on Friday night as well, where you can get faster laps out of the medium tires later on in the stint. I mean, we had fastest lap of a race Friday on the very last lap, on the very last lap. And it was on a worn set of mediums, and the last lap was actually the fastest by some distance. So these tires can come back to you, and looks like that's exactly what's happening with Dan, as he keeps continuing opening up a gap to Quinton.
Yeah, so on with Dan at the moment, having a look at him. Now we're officially halfway, okay? We're officially halfway, thank you. Even though I've got 19 laps on my
yeah, now we're on lap 19, but 18 completed, so we definitely...
18 was halfway. So I tend to agree with you. 18 laps we're going, still pretty strong.
Not Sebastian, 3-second time penalty now. And that's also one thing, mind you, while we talk about penalties, that's something that needs to be taken into account. Several of those guys are running with penalties, and those penalties will come into play at the end of a race, and that will actually also change the positions around. So we'll have to wait for everybody to get over the finish line before we know for sure who finished where.
Absolutely.
Cowboy actually making up places slowly but surely, as other guys make mistakes, have pitted, etc. Cowboy's now into 12th. Gavpik actually got past Cowboy, he's in 11th. Jack down there in 10th. He's now behind Raptor. For a while Raptor was behind him. And Raptor in DRS range of not Maverick, but of course not Maverick on the softer tire. Medium versus the hard of Raptor. So it's going to be a tough one for Raptor.
Absolutely.
But it looks like Not Maverick is sporting some wing damage. End plate, left end plate on the front wing is gone. And Raptor is actually trying, is fighting, but Not Maverick's not giving up. Damaged wing or not. These guys are pushing each other. Raptor is in front. Can he keep it there? Because Not Maverick will surely have DRS. Yeah, and Raptor keeps it. Raptor up to 8th. Raptor will now change after Boinkies, who also did 18 laps on his tires. Not Maverick now under pressure from Jark. Not Sebastian dropped down. Not Kimmy there. Oh, and Staffy retired. Staffy is out. Virtual safety car, and just to remind everybody, this is our 3rd virtual safety car. Of course, Friday nights in the race we had 13B, we saw 4 safety cars and 2 virtual safety cars. And those safety cars was pretty much within the first 10-15 laps.
So I didn't see what happened to Staff there, but obviously out.
Just going to watch your comments, bro. Hopefully he will tell us.
Okay, so Dan now pitted. He's on the super softs. He's out there. Matt
Not Maverick in the pits. SpringbokGamer in the pits again. Boinkies now in the pits. So Boinkies and Dan doing the same. They coming in to getting rid of those old mediums, and they going on to fresh set of softs. 15 laps to go after this. It's possible to push those softs. On the starting stint it was pretty much at 15 laps, so it's possible to finish on these tires.
Well, 21 laps done of this race so far, and I tell you what an exciting event it's been, with lots of collisions, lots of accidents, lots of safety cars. You know, we stopped counting the safety cars at the moment because they're just getting out there. But as you can see at the moment, some guys really pushing some times out there on the hards at the moment. The leader of this race has done 9 laps already. Quinton's done 16.
Not 16 and laps. Cowboy fighting here. Cowboy looking on the outside. And Cowboy actually goes in front. sorry, that was done. Cowboys already passed. Cowboys the next car up for Dan. Dan, of course, on his brand new set of softs, so he's definitely got the better momentum. Not Fernando, already 16 laps on those mediums, and Cowboys done 11, and he's the hard tires. So Dan with the advantage at the moment. Quentin second, but already 16 laps on those mediums. On staff said he clipped the wall.
Hard lines, hard lines.
Went over a curb and lost control. Clipped the wall, and that was it. And Quentin comes in. Surely he will come in and put on softs. He can make it to the end with softs. Serving a time penalty that he got earlier, and indeed softs goes on. Oh, now that game glitch where the car stands still for extra second or so, which is unnecessary. Max now coming into the first corner. Not Maverick goes fastest, 110. New tires, new wing, so he's pushing. Connor Young now chasing after Matt. He is on the soft tire versus the hard. Both have tires of 10 laps. Of course, Connor will not be able to make it to the end, not with those tires. He will have to stop again. Matt is set till the end. Not Sebastian, 10 laps. Asking another 13 laps is a tough ask on those mediums, so which again brings not Kimi and Raptor as well as Jock, because they all on 10 laps on the hard tires, so they set till the end. Dan goes fast as a 110.3. Jock with a 3-second time penalty. I see closest battle of the moment with Cowboy and not Fernando. Dan is past Cowboy, so now not Fernando is pushing Cowboy. All set of mediums, but still the softer tire versus the two. Surely not Fernando will stop soon as well. Surely he will put on a set of softs as well. Boinky's behind them. Boinky's on the softs, new set of softs. Boinky's will have a better momentum here. Not able to get past him now, but he's definitely still in the RS range. Not Fernando also will have DRS. Getting closer, but not close enough. You would like to get past both of them. Dan chasing down Gaffbeek now as well. Gaffbeek also 12 laps. He will have to stop as well. 11 laps still to go after this. Nobody has done in the 20 lap region on these on medium tires. It will be a tough ask. And Dan now moving into the RS range of Gaffbeek.
Yeah, so there's a nice battle that was happening behind Dan, which is Cowboy Boinkies and Not Fernando's 84. That was actually quite a good watch. I don't know if you saw it, but it was quite a sneaky move, and they're still going.
Here we go. Boinkies now is actually pushing Cowboy. He's past not Fernando. He's gaining on Cowboy. He's the one on the soft tires and the newer tires. So he's the one with the advantage and the momentum. So you need to make it work.
He's going to go through. He's going to look for that angle. He backs off a little bit. Doesn't go for it there, Boinkies, at the moment. He's looking to come through. 20 laps is not Fernandes now on those mediums. So you can see now
he's saying that you can do 20. So some of these guys might be able to go to the end. But surely those mediums will not last in his case till the end. Here we go. Dan with a much better drive. Before the DRS is going to go on the outside. DRS, yeah, he's past Gaffbig. Gaffbig being nice, leaving him with enough space, fighting for the position, but Gaffbig did not fight him too hard. Now Boinkies lost some time to Cowboy.
As though not Kimmy's just gone through past not Sebastian now.
Yes,
and
not Kimmy into third.
He's gone up. He's up into third. I just watched that maneuver.
And Connor Young will have to stop again. Surely those softs can't last all the end, so that will promote not Kimmy into second. Here we go. Boinkies want to have a look on the inside, just not close enough. Danny and meantime chasing down Jock. Jock who's there right there with Raptor. Those two have been battling for some time now. Earlier it was the positions were the other way around. Not Sebastian, still within DRS range from not Kimmy. Right, can Boinkies pull it off this time? Coming up hill now. A bit of toe. You just stay in the slipstream. Raptor now with 3-second time penalty. Can Boinkies make it on the inside? Yeah, just too far back. He just can't get enough of a momentum. It's just Cowboy doing all the right things. Not sure if he's leaving his ERS for that moment and deployed all there to fight off, but Boinkies just can't get, even with DRS, he can't get close enough to pass him.
Those hards are really up and warm at the moment, so they'll be sticking like glue. Boinkies trying to get past still here. As you can see coming up, I just want to see what's happening up at the top here, because Connors seems to be quite close behind our leader at the moment.
Yes.
But still, I raise concern over those tires at the moment.
Correct. Pushing it too far, you start running a risk of a puncture. Not really gaining on these two. So even with those worn softs, Connor is getting the job done in the DRS range of Matt and still maintaining a good gap to Kimmy. So it looks like him and not Fernando is out to prove me wrong. We're going to push these tires right till the end. Not Fernando now 23 laps on those mediums. And he's the guy who managed to do the most laps on a set of tires.
I've got to go down and have a look at what's actually happening with not Fernandes at the moment, because as you say, 23 laps on those tires.
Connor Young getting ever so closer to Matt. Still getting away from not Kimmy, who's actually on the better tire life-wise. 17 laps only on the hard, that is nothing, because the hard tire can take that easily. Yet another time penalty there for Quinton. What can Connor Young do this time around? Coming into this first corner into the last sector, coming uphill. Might just have a better drive out there to get away. So by the time Connor gets the DRS, there's a big enough gap for Matt just to make sure that Connor can't take him on the inside. Connor closes up, DRS will be available shortly. Around this corner DRS will open up again. We go into the DRS zone, but still just not close enough to make a move on Matt. 5 laps to go after this one. Not Kimi got away from Not Sebastian. No DRS available there.
Oh, and
Not Fernando.
not Fernando off the track, but he was giving way for Quinton to get by, and just got a little bit wide, got onto the really smooth stuff and just lost it there. So yeah, he's back on, thank goodness, no damage to the car.
Quinton now putting Cowboy under pressure. So he got like a freebie from Not Fernando pulling off to let him past. Hey.
25 laps on those tires.
And there's still no sign of pitting. And the guys in front is doing the same. These guys are really pushing their tires. Look at the, I'm not too concerned about those mediums, but yeah, for softs. Connor is past Matt. Connor did pull off, but can those tires last another 4 laps? Can Matt stay with him?
Connor now leading this race, Connor Young.
Coming uphill now. Let's see if Matt can stay with him. Matt's got the DRS. Gaining, much better tyre. Connor takes to the inside. Then cuts back onto the racing line. Let's look at the next DRS zone. Can Matt stay? But of course, even the worn, those soft tyres still got the better traction if you want through that first corner sequence. Connor Young just doing different lines where he tried to put Matt off a bit. Ooh, gapping now with another time penalty. Must say he was actually quiet with the penalties tonight compared to some other races. Matt sticking there to Connor. Close this time. Let's see what happens out of that final corner. Well, if I say final corner, not really final corner, but that's into this last sector, which is the uphill bit. Matt this time with much better toe, staying in line. The DRS wide open, he's going to dive on the inside, and Matt is actually going to pull over past this time. Connor couldn't finish him off there. Surely Connor will have DRS this time. Can he actually get it back? Staying there with Matt's DRS, staying there, getting the toe, getting closer, but not close enough. 2 laps to go after this. Dirk in the meantime still behind Raptor. Gap big within a second, just now over a second behind. Other than that, this is the real battle happening at the moment. Because Gapik is now within a second again. But these guys, these two have been fighting for first place for the last couple of laps. One slight mistake and it's all over, so it's a lot of focus from both drivers, and they had some good clean racing, allowed each other enough space in both instances. Matt is getting away again. A penultimate lap has started. But not still in there. Dan up to 5th. Boink is running in 9th there. Quinton into the top 10. And Fernando now on 28 laps on those mediums versus his 29th. Oh, in a moment there. Fernando spinning. Not sure if that he's just asking too much of his tyres. Not sure if that might actually be contributing towards that spin. Conor Young trying to stick there with Matt.
So 35 laps done of this 36 laps. 36 laps now.
Last lap.
It is the last lap at the moment. Matt looks to be winning this Grand Prix if he carries on the way he's driving at the moment. Conor Young looking to come in. 23 laps done on those super softs. Incredible how he's managed to manage those tires, to be honest, because that's quite a distance he's done on these tires at the moment.
That is soft tires, not even mediums. Close. Trust me, this is not over.
Oh, this could be.
Staying close with Matt. Can he sneak it into this final sector? Peel again. Riding on board here with Conor Young. Matt just keeping it far enough. He will get the better drive again because his tyres, the harder tyres, 23 laps versus 23 on soft is much better. And Matt is actually going to take this. Matt is coming around now. Start finish line, and Matt takes it from Conor Young. Conor Young with a 5 second time penalty. But that will be enough for second. He opened up enough of a gap to Kimi. Not Kimi comes into 3rd, followed by Not Sebastian. There goes with time penalty. Not Sebastian time penalty promotes Dan into 4th. Jacques Lagrange jumps Raptor also with less penalties. Gav Peak brings it home in 8th. Boinky's 9th, Quinton 10th. Boy will come around in the 11th. Nesmax 12th. Not Maverick in 13th. SpringbokGamer coming around. He will take 14th. And Not Fernando 15th.
And Not Fernando's 30 laps on those tires. 30 laps on those mediums.
He and Conor Young showed us that you know what, you can be wrong. If you really want to, you can actually do more on those tires than what they normally do.
Great driving, great event, and there we go. Trophy handed over.
There's your winner, Matt. Matt, Conor Young, and Not Gimme. Then just confirmation of how they ended. Of course, as we just said, Matt taking it from Conor, and of course bringing it home in 3rd.
Very few without penalty.
Lots of penalties actually. I'm just trying to get a couple of our podium guys for post-race comments. I'm not sure if I will be able to get Matt in here, but I will get the other two. Pity, yeah, I don't have a winner here, unfortunately, but let's see if we can get these other two in at least. Just... Okay. Ja, Connor is in. Welcome, Connor. Just waiting for, let's see if we can get Not Kimmy in here as well. Here we go, Not Kimmy is also in. Okay, I see, let me just quickly get Matt in here as well. Welcome, Not Kimmy. Sorry, we just want to get Matt as well. Yeah, no, I've got him. I'm just sending him an invite, so see if we can get him to join.
The race tonight, but I tell you, Connor, just a quick question. How many laps were you intending to do on those tires this evening? On those super softs? Let me tell you, 23 laps. Okay, so you were managing the tires, I'm sure. That was brilliant.
Funny,
brilliant.
As you say it, our first place guy just joined as well, and these two had a awesome battle towards the end. Same amount of laps, but of course for hard tires versus for soft tires, hard tire can take it. But guys, what a battle at the end.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? I thought he's surely on a pit, and then he kept on going and he kept on going, and I was like, oh.
I also said he's going to put, surely he's going to put when that would have brought Kimmy into second, but no put, and he was just keep on racking up the laps.
Yeah, I think also just to add to that comment, Not Fernando's actually did 30 laps on mediums this evening, which is probably the longest I've ever seen any driver go on medium. So I'm just going to give him a shout out because really.
And of course, Connor over most on soft. So Connor, Not Fernando, showing to us tonight that you can go that much longer on tires if you really want to.
Yeah, I tell you. So, Matt, what was your feeling about the race this evening? I mean, you obviously managed yourself quite well. I saw that you were looking for an opportunity as soon as the safety car came out to get yourself in there. And right at the beginning, when you were doing the practice, I mean, I was privy to hear you say you don't like hard compound tires. Now, just walk me through that. Was that a strategy to sort of wear everybody off the hard compounds, or how did that go?
No, previous lead races, like years ago, when I've gone on softs to hards, and the hards really haven't paid off. People have been going on mediums, and it's really cost me time. So I thought, yeah, obviously I learnt from that and went soft mediums, and then. Obviously, the safety car came out at lap 12, and I was originally going to pit at lap 17. I thought, no, I didn't think about how many laps the safety car would be out. I just thought, oh, I'd go on hard straight away. I probably could have went on mediums, but yeah, going on from lap 12.
You went on the hards and it paid off.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
It worked out.
Connor was keeping there, though, keeping the sweat on.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with those super softs, I mean, 23 laps, the most I've ever seen a driver do on them. and then obviously not Kimmy 7. I mean, yourself there, you were sort of hanging back. I mean, lots of guys were having penalties. I mean, there's probably only about 3 drivers in that entire race this evening that didn't have any penalties against them. I mean, you were holding back somewhat, or were you definitely?
Look, same as Matt, when the safety car came out, I thought, you're going to have to pit, otherwise you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
I could have made my mind up, going mediums, hards. I ended up on the hards. I saw Connor was on the softs behind me, and he had mega pace, but I thought, surely he's going to have to pit again. So I was just managing my pace. And towards 8 laps from the end, I thought to myself, this guy's going to the end. And I started pushing, and I was amazed by the pace he could have kept. With
Even on those tires. And he stayed right in the back of Matt. At one stage, he actually got past Matt, and Matt had to really work hard to get back in front. And the pace with those worn tires was just unbelievable.
I could manage a temp.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of guys showed their worth today. I think, Connor, even yourself, I did see you sort of lose it just as you came through past the finish line, and then just after the pit lane. And I think that obviously slowed you down a little bit. I don't know if you sort of lost control or what happened, and then obviously Matt went past you not too long after that. I mean, you gave him the edge to catch up to you at that point in time, and then obviously it was done for. It didn't work out. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, guys, what a race it has been. I think big one up to Nesmax and Midweek Racing for organizing this event. I mean, obviously, I think definitely a big up to him. And I think for the next time, because this is going to continue from what I understand. And I just want to say congratulations to you guys. You guys are the first winners in podium 1, 2, and 3 for this event, and we'd like to see you back, and obviously making sure that you keep that going forward, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Have a good evening, and stay safe.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
And final words also for everybody who watched tonight. Thank you so much for the support and turning out, and thank you for the comments and being part of that. We appreciate the support. It's nice to see that there's actually people out there who feel the same towards this type of thing than us. But thank you. We really appreciate it. Like Savvy said, stay safe. Of course, lots of us are locked down indoors.
Yeah, boring, also just a big up to all the essential workers, the essentials, being it police, ambulance, army, the medical sector. Guys, thank you very much for so much what you guys are doing for us. And what more can I say? It's great to have people like you supporting the population. And big up to all of you as well. So big shout out to you guys as well.
So just final words from me. Should you guys want to see more of these guys, and you will go check them out under the respective leagues. Of course, Monday nights is SAA OLR, Tuesdays Midweek Racing, and Friday evenings Turbos and Bullets TNB. So that's the 3 leagues that runs every week.
Come and see Nesmax tomorrow, because he's racing in the South African Online Academy tomorrow. It is the final race of season 7. Not Kimmy 7. He's also in a strong position, second in the championship there. He didn't have a good one last week, but I'm hoping tomorrow in Mexico he's definitely going to do something special there. And come and support us. And then obviously Tuesday nights is Midweek Racing. Make sure you
starting a new season now as well.
New season there, and then TNB. Okay, I'm not going to take over that. Okay. You can take over that, Captain.
Friday will be the second race of a new season, of season 5, which is also the multiplayer cars what we saw just tonight here as well.
Yeah, so thanks very much. Chill, be safe, take care, and we'll see you next time on online racing here in South Africa, brought to you, and hopefully, Captain, get another invite to come and comment with you again. Cheers, it's been super.
Looking forward to that. Guys, Savvy, thank you so much. See you guys
Thanks,
again.
guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. Have a good one.